Hi everyone, I am coming up after a long time with a new topic called Claude. So, uh, you all will be working with Claude. So, I am going to come up with I have come up with a series of, uh, videos with the Claude. Okay. So, 2 months ago, I gave one instruction to AI. I said, read this 40 pages of messy notes and pull out every number and build me a spreadsheet and then make a presentation out of it and then create a document report. Then after a few minutes, I made a coffee and then I came back after 15 minutes, I think so. All files were ready. All three files were ready. I was really surprised. What is called? That is called as Claude. And most people use it are using only 10%. So in the next 10 to 15 minutes, I'm going to take you end to end what Claude actually is and how to set up from zero. Okay. So basic thing, what you have to do is you should have a subscription. Okay. So you should have a Claude subscription and you do not want to upgrade. If you are a developer or code researcher, then you can upgrade it. Otherwise, it is not necessary. Okay. So Claude is as I mentioned here, it's an AI assistant built by the company called Anthropic. You are probably been heard of ChatGPT or Gemini. So here Claude sits in that same category. So whatever the prompt that we are giving as an input, it answers it. Okay. So but here is the part people get wrong because Claude is not only thing, it's a family of models and it's a family of products. So understanding that difference is what separates a casual user from someone who actually gets work done with it. Okay. First we'll go with the model. Okay. So here I have mentioned two things at once. One is family of models and second one is family of products. Okay. So think of them like engines in the car showroom. Okay. I'll go one by one. So what is here I have mentioned family of models, right? So what are the family of models will come? Claude, IQ. Okay. So still write it down. Then we'll explain. Claude, Sonnet. Okay. Then Claude, Opus. So these are all the three powerful models. Okay. Claude IQ is like a small fast engine. It will quickly answers. It will be. It's very. It's not expensive. It's great for very simple stuff. It's great for only simple stuff. Whereas Claude Sonnet is a balanced one. It's fast and smart. Okay, it's good for almost for everyday work. So fast and smart. Okay, and Claude Opus. Claude Opus is a powerful one because this is what you want for a complex reasoning or long documents or serious coding. So for research, coding, and what can I say, for complex work. Okay, so these are all the things, three things. Okay, and at the top now Claude Fable. Okay, Claude Fable. If you are going for a Claude Pro version, Claude Pro version in the sense, if you upgrade the Claude by $17, then you will be able to unlock Claude Fable. Okay, so Claude Fable is the highest capability model for hardest long running task. Okay, then we'll go with the flow. So, um, like if you're unsure about anything, you can directly go with Opus. You can start with Opus, okay? And then if you're not having any um, access to uh, work out for the Opus, then you can go for Sonnet, okay? And then there are four products. As I mentioned here, these are all the four things, okay? IQ, Sonnet, Opus, Fable, okay? For developers, for me, um, Opus is recommended. And then there are four things. One is Claude Chat. Second one is Claude Cowork. Third one is Claude Code. Fourth one is Claude inside the tools that we are using in our companies. So Claude Chat, these are all the four important products inside the Claude. Cloud chat is just a normal chat that we are doing, similar to ChatGPT or Gemini on the web, either on the mobile or desktop. This is where most people live. Okay. Second thing is Cloud Cowork. This is the big one, and we will spend real time on it because Cowork is where you hand the Cloud a task instead of question. It works across your actual files and connected tools, and then does multi-step work on its own and shows you up every step. Third one is Cloud Code. That is a tool that lives in a developer's terminal. So, for example, if you're using VS Code, no, you can integrate it the Cloud Code that I will release in the third video. Second video is Cloud Cowork. Okay, we'll go one by one. Cloud Code is nothing but you can, if you have VS Code or IntelliJ, you can integrate this Cloud code into your system, and then it will automatically debug or write or edit our code or across our entire project. But one thing is we should have domain knowledge and code knowledge, and also we should have pro version to unlock it. Okay. Fourth one, finally, Cloud inside your tools, either Chrome, 365 or Slack. Now, this is these are all the plans. Okay, whatever the plans that you want to use, that you can use it. Okay, no problem. So, but anyway, go for the free version for 2 or 3 months. Then I would suggest you to go with the pro plan, not with any other plan. And then important thing. One is turn on the memory. Okay, Claude keeps categorized notes about our work and preferences across conversations. So you can stop re-explaining everything. So this is very important. Maybe it will take you more tokens, but still you have to turn on the memory. Second thing is you have to connect your our tools. That means in the settings you will be able to find the connectors, that is Google Drive or Calendar or Slack. So that will be able to easily able to assist you and integrate it. Third one is you have there will be a personalization settings in the settings box where you can tell Claude who we are. For example, I am a data scientist, I am Rohini, and all those things I can create. So I am Rohini, I am data scientist in Chennai, and so on. So I can create. Okay. Then next. These are all the 5 things for end-to-end workflow. Setup. So you have to create a project. Setup means you have to create a project. A project is a self-contained workspace which it has its own history and its own knowledge. So project can create a new project. So for example, think like I'm working with end-to-end Azure data engineering project as of now. And then what we have to do, and then we can create a project, and then we will use this. Okay, fine. Like, and then that is what. And then second is uh, like you have to write a project instructions. Okay, so think like, wait, let me create a or rename the project. Q3 customer feedback, and I'm giving what I'm giving. I'm just here analyzing the customer feedback for one for skin brand. So always the separate complaints from sessions. Always quote so and so I'm giving. Okay, I can't give because I don't have data, but that is what it's all about. Okay, then we can ask the whatever the files that you want. No, that I will show you. Maybe if you want to add any files or context, you can add it here from our device or GitHub or text content. Then whatever the questions that we are asking, it will whatever the questions that we are asking, it will role, task, context, format, all those things. It will summarize the feedback and all it will do. And whatever the questions that it will ask, it will do. So it just do not build chat Claude doesn't only reply text, it will create